Gemini, I've got my eye on you to make sure that you don't slip up. Is it something to do with around a Leo, okay, or an Aquarius? But I've got my eye on you to make sure that you don't slip up. Okay, for some strange reason, some of you or somebody might be looking for a pair of slippers. I don't know. But I definitely keep hearing, like, I've got my eye on you 24/7. So you could be dealing with a Libra, a 4, which would be a Scorpio or Aries, or a life path 7 or Cancerian. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could be dealing with the Pisces for a lot of you, some of you. Or you could have it in your own chart, or the name Charlotte, or Sharma, or Carmel, Carmel, Melanie, Melissa, Michael, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. But I've got my eye on you 24/7. So some of you, like, it's like a child minder, or I've kind of always got my eye on my children, constantly 24/7. And I've got my eye on you all of the time. I don't know if it's someone that you don't trust, or you're just kind of like waiting for this person's, because I'm picking up like bipolar energy or something, and I've got my eye on something all of the time just to make sure that you don't slip up. It could have something to do around diet or something like that, and I've got my eye on you just to make sure that you don't slip. Okay, so it's like slip back to old behavior, basically, is what I'm picking up. Like, so it could be around like diet, and it could be anything else, but I'm keeping my eye on you all of the time just to make sure that you don't make a mistake. So it might be where some of you are managers, or the name Madja, or Marge, or Maria. Okay, but I'm keeping my eye on someone that I work with all of the time to make sure that they don't make a mistake. So I'm having to watch them carefully. Okay, and it might be like, look, I need you to listen to everything that I'm going to say. Okay, and I need you to pay attention and not slip up. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it might be at work or something like that. I don't know. It could be someone that's new. Okay, and someone could have been like designated a new person and so on and so forth. And I'm trying to keep my eye on you just to make sure that you don't make a mistake. Okay, because I don't want you to make a mistake, but so on and so forth. And it's probably also a very overbearing energy is what I'm picking up, as someone that is like keeping their eye on them and not letting them make mistakes, which is around a Pisces. It could be a mother that does this to their children and they don't want them to ever make mistakes, and they constantly tell them, no, you're going to make a mistake, you're going to make a mistake, no, I have to save you from making mistakes, and I have to stop you from doing anything in life because I'm worried and fearful and panicking that you're going to make a mistake. And, you know, a lot of fiffy and faffy kind of energy for a lot of you, because I don't know, because this energy of like I'm keeping my eye on you 24/7 is a little bit fucking unnerving. Now it might not be you, but it could be the other person, and I'm always got my eye on you just to make sure that you don't make a mistake. Now normally that's when someone makes a mistake and then the other person can't keep. Is it to do with food? Is it to do with food? Because I'm hearing steak, like steak and chips, or like meat. And like I'm keeping my eye on you just to make sure that you don't slip up and eat something that you're not supposed to eat. Okay, so some of you, do you have like an allergy, or your children have an allergy towards something, and it's kind of like I'm keeping my eye on you just to make sure that you don't slip up and make a mistake by eating something that you're not supposed to eat. Okay, but it could also be around dieting. Okay, that, say for instance, like me and my girlfriend, she keeps an eye on me all the time by me kind of like saying, okay, I'm doing really well on my diet, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And then normally when you're on a diet is normally when people start to keep an eye on what you're eating and when you're not eating, and so on and so forth. So I don't know if any of you are struggling around eating itself and you have an eating disorder. Okay, an eating disorder. Or the name Laura, or Law and Order, something about going to court, and I'm keeping my eye on things that could be going to court. I'm also keeping an eye on an iron. So I'm hearing lion, something around Leo or an Aquarius, okay? But I'm keeping my eye on the lie, and Elijah. And I'm keeping my eye on the lie to see if they're going to lie, if they're going to slip up in court, or if they're going to say something. So it's kind of like I'm keeping a close eye on this person to see if they're going to do anything. So it's kind of like looking after someone or protecting someone, but keeping an eye on their lying. Like they keep saying that someone could be like a compulsive liar or something like that. And like I'm keeping an eye on what it is that you're lying about. Well, this is what I've been promoting for quite some time. If there's ever narcissism and control in any kind of group setting, okay, then normally this is where people start to teach people to lie to them because they don't want them involved in their life. And if they don't, they normally just palm people off with okay, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Yeah, you know. So it's like I'm trying to keep an eye on whether you're lying or not, on whether you're telling the truth or not. Is it something to do around Libra? Okay, Libra, a Libra placement. And I'm trying to see if you're lying. So is it around going to court and stuff like this for a lot of you still that we've been going through the channel messages, Gemini or Capricorn? You can also watch this as a Capricorn, okay, or Life Path 6. So if you're a Gemini, you can also watch Capricorn readings. But you have to know how I read in numerology, as I tell everybody every time. But like, I'm keeping my eye just to see if you're going to lie or not, and if you're going to mention it or not, or if you're going to say something or not. It's around a Pisces, a knot, that's in my esoteric head, is a knot. It's around a Pisces, around I'm going to see if you're lying, and I'm going to try to see if you're doing this or not. Someone that really like fucking, I don't know, like comes in at the most awkwardest moment just to find out what's going on with somebody, like gathering someone's info. Like, you know, I'm making you feel uncomfortable by constantly trying to find out where you're going, what you're doing, what time you're coming home, who you seeing, are you seeing your ex again, what Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, like, and I'm keeping a close eye on you to find out what you're doing and what you're saying. Fucking hell, bruv. Someone is keeping a close eye on somebody here. So what these are relating to, I have no idea. Okay, but yeah, under the microscope, basically, I'm putting you under a microscope and keeping a closer, unless you're an analyst or the name Annalise or Pucci, but like I'm keeping a close eye on everything that you do and putting you under a microscope. Unless you're physically putting blood under a microscope and keeping an eye on your blood, like something in the blood, like a blood test or something, and I'm having to like analyze it through a microscope. Okay, trying to enlarge it. So I don't know if there's anything around blood or something like that, or putting something under a microscope. Okay. Anyway, so let's see, because it really could be, because it came up for another reading. This could be a Capricorn that's keeping an eye on a Pisces here. A Capricorn keeping an eye on a Pisces, like Pucci in the bathroom. But like, I'm keeping an eye on you just to make sure that you're not doing something which would be like obsessively watching tarot or something like that, or Tara, okay, or Lara or Laura. I don't know, but it seems to be like I'm constantly keeping an eye on you just to make sure that you don't do something that you will regret later. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it's making someone feel paranoid, really. Pucci, Paula, Pisces, making someone feel paranoid that they're probably doing something that they shouldn't do and the other person isn't in an agreement with it. And because they do, they make the other person feel uncomfortable. Okay, so it could be binge watching something or anything like that. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, from the 21st, this will be Pucci sitting in the bathroom dribbling, in the bathroom with a phone watching loads of tarot, multiple times, feeling uncomfortable by the person that's saying, what are you watching for? Something to do with a Scorpio, baby. There you go, still going through the same shit. Anyway, let's see, Gemini, from the 21st until the 31st. So yeah, Page of Swords, keeping an eye, there you go, keeping an eye on someone, looking at their profile pictures of their Facebook, of their Instagram account, keeping an eye, like a daughter or a child or a parent, keeping an eye on their child constantly all the time, trying to do things in secret. I'm kind of sitting in the background there watching things, trying to watch out to see if something is happening and so on and so forth. There could be a new person on the horizon and it's making you feel very, well, I'm hearing curious, but I definitely heard uncomfortable. This person's making me feel very uncomfortable that's around me. So you could have children, and your children are feeling really uncomfortable, okay, here. But I definitely keep hearing, like, I'm keeping a close eye on you 24/7 all of the time. Now, it might be around, like, grandkids and children, and I'm having to keep an eye on very young children here. Or someone's got an eye on your kids here. But yeah, there's definitely an eye there. And that was definitely in the Pisces reading, because there was this and another card here. Okay, in the Pisces reading. So I'm keeping an eye on you 24/7. Okay. I'm trying to keep an eye just to see if there's any change. Any money. I'm keeping an eye just to see if they're going to pay me any money. Okay, anything like that. Or I'm keeping an eye on my money. Okay. How much I'm spending. Or how much time I'm spending watching. Let's see, from the 21st until the 31st for Gemini. Five of Pentacles. I'm keeping an eye on my children. There you go. Coming from a Taurus or a Sagittarius. Constantly keeping an eye on my kids 24/7. Okay, same message seems to be coming out. Okay, trying to see if there's any change. I'm trying to see if there's any communication without me communicating myself. And I need a tarot card reading to tell me that are they going to communicate without me communicating. So if you don't want to communicate, just sit and wait for change. If not, communicate. Okay. If you can't, you can't. There's something around not paying child maintenance or support or rent. Okay. It might be trying to see if I have any extra money. Some of you are a single mother here trying to find work. Okay. Or the other person is trying to find work. This definitely just came up in the energy of the last reading that I did, which was Taurus or Sagittarius. That's why this card is also here. So more than likely a Taurus, Sagittarius, or a life path 5. Okay. You might be talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend here and they're coming over to stay. Okay. But they're definitely keeping a close eye on your levels of depression. If you are like me and you have depression, there's keeping an eye on that. Okay. Because there could be support here also. So I'm just trying to find out information that's going on around my kids or my children. And I'm keeping a close eye on their mood swings or something like that. Or swings and slides. Swings and slides. I don't know. Is there a park? A park. Like I'm keeping an eye on children around a park. Really? What the fuck is that? I'm keeping an eye on the park outside. Park field? Keeping an eye on the park outside. Some of you, your children go outside here in the park and you have to keep an eye on them, is what they're saying. Like my children go out into the park and I'm keeping an eye on them when they're outside. Somebody wanders around the street here. They wander around the street seeing if there's a possible chance that they can get a glimpse of the person. Like, you know, if I walk outside, I can see if I can see the person. Like I'm just wandering around just hoping the fact that I might just bump into them somewhere. Okay. Here there might be an air of paranoia. Okay. Let's see, Gemini. Because this is someone that sits in the bathroom. This came up before. In the house. They're in the corner of the house. In the corner of the house. I'm sitting in the corner. This is someone that gets pushed in the corner. I think we came up with this before. They get pushed into the corner. Like, you know, you can come, but I need you to sit or sleep in the corner or in the bathroom. Some of you have probably got the shits or something like that, and you're constantly in the bathroom all the time. So I'm hearing like in the bathroom, okay, for some strange reason, like I'm always in the bathroom, or the other person is always in the bathroom, okay. I don't know if there's diabetes here, or the name Beatty, okay, but I definitely keep hearing that someone might be beating children, or like beetroot, someone that eats beetroot, beetroot. Someone that keeps beating their children. Or I don't know, staying out your way. Doing something in the bathroom. Let's see. It's a very strange message, but it's there. From the 21st until the 31st for Gemini. Oh dear, there you go. There you go, with the worst card in the deck in reverse. So there is private. Someone's doing something in private that they may or may not be doing, or they feel suffocated by their mother. Here, this is suffocating someone by indulging in their private life. This is a private affair. Okay, so unless it is an affair that someone's having, okay, or they're doing something that they shouldn't do in private. Now, it might not be the fact that they're doing something that they shouldn't do. It's just that the other person tries to involve themselves into someone's private affairs, into their life. Okay, because this person will take that extremely fucking serious, extremely badly, if they find out that this person's been doing something here. Okay, so it's like, I don't want you involved in my private life and in my private affairs. What I do in my own time is me doing that in my own time. That is not your business. That, you know, that's none of your business whatsoever, none or done. But that's none of your business whatsoever done while I sit in here trying to maybe reconcile with my ex all the time, trying to hide that from my child or my mother. Okay, that I'm trying to talk and get back with my ex, and I've been doing it for fucking years and years and years, and I'm still curious to see if this person's ever going to change, but they're not. So I have to hide that from family members that are at home and not do it, because I know that my child gets really fucking annoyed when they find out that I've been doing this. Or my mother or father end up getting really fucking annoyed when they know that I do this. So I keep out of their way. I basically also, if I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't, or compared to anybody else, if I have a relationship and I have things going on, I don't want you involved in it. I want some private time. I want to be left alone, and I definitely do not want to be involving you in it. Okay? Definitely do not want to be involving you in it, because it's private, it's confidential. Please don't just burst into my room when I'm doing things in the bathroom. Really? Do you have a lock on your door here? I don't know, I'm hearing knock on the door. Like, what are you doing in there? Like, if you've got children, right, and say they're like 16, 17, 18, don't knock on their door and just basically like go in, right? Here, because somebody really could just be, you know, fucking hell, bruv, give them some space here. But I definitely keep hearing like I'm trying to do something at home in private, and I don't want you involved in my life. I don't want you discussing like my boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't want you discussing it with everybody. I don't want you to go and tell everybody, right, here. But like I said, if you're watching me, Pucci, then stop watching me, because I will read your story out, because that is here. Right? So you can get wound up as much as you like, sitting there watching me for the last 5 years. Right? But there you go. He's still doing the same thing here. But yeah, there's definitely an energy for some of you that are trying to keep a parent or a child out of your life, but confusing them by interfering and making them feel uncomfortable. And then when they feel uncomfortable, it's more of an uncomfortable mum. An uncomfortable mum. I'm not comfortable without my children's input. Okay. So for some of you that are fighting through court or haven't gained access to your children, then there's an energy here of like, I have to keep my children safe away from my ex. Okay. Have to keep my children away from my ex. Okay. Here. Because if this is definitely an ex and it's been over for quite some time, then that's equivotably over. That's equivotably over, okay? But trust me when I tell you that this person will take that extremely personal the more someone tries to find out about their life. Now, whether this be a mother, a brother, a situation of sister or whoever, I don't mind. Even someone that's called Trevor or Tracy, right? But whatever it is that this person tries to do in order to find out info that's going on with this person's life, this could be a spy that's trying to find out what's going on in your life, because I can't fucking bear it when you don't tell me what goes on with your life. I can't stand it. And if you don't tell me and I'm trying to force you to stop doing something and you're not, I'll force you even more. Okay, so for some of you, like, you're really arguing, maybe we're here with someone at home around family, children here. Now, if this is an ex and someone here has really been struggling around their ex, this person is staying at home but they're also trying to find out energy of what is going on with this person. That could be a very controlling person, okay? Very controlling person. Like I said, if there's control, then there's obviously both parties and all parties involved that do not want to be involved with the energy, that do not want to be involved with the energy. This is not an equivocal, yes, I want to be involved with this person. This is, no, I do not want to be involved with this person. But they make me feel extremely uncomfortable, constantly watching and keeping an eye on every move that I make in my house, in my life. You might even have someone in your house, which means it's a son or a daughter or an ex that lives with you constantly 24/7, making you feel really uncomfortable whilst there, okay? Because it's like standing on eggshells is death in reverse, okay? It's like you don't know what the person's gonna, like, it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's like, no, that's private. That's my goddamn private life. Like, I want to do something. I don't want you asking me that. Don't ask me that. It makes me feel really goddamn uncomfortable when you do that. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. But when you tell this person not to do that, they won't listen. They won't listen. As much as you won't listen to them either. Okay. This is why this should not be together. This should not be together. But if this is family, that's the most difficult karmic situation you can ever go through. It's so much more difficult than just a loving relationship that's gone fucking wrong. That's quite easy to get over with. You just have to man the fuck up and get over it until you either one, reconcile later, or you end up basically just waiting around, seeing if there's any news, okay? Now, if that is family, y'all can't divorce a family member, right? So you have choices to make, which is basically this. Coexisting in a relationship to keep each other out of it while you basically just get on with life, okay? While I just get on with my life, you just get on with your life, and we'll stay in separate rooms. And Steph, the name's Stephanie, or Steph, or Steve, or Sarah, but you just stay there. I'll stay here. You have your room. Michael Douglas takes a piss on the salmon, okay? And then you swing on the chandelier, and then you basically just end. You just end. You do it until the end of time, trying to get back, trying to get in, trying to get out, trying to get away. Just doing it until the end of time, living in separate rooms, separate lives, not getting on, not talking, still just coexisting in that same energy, Gemini, okay? Now that might be hard for some to hear, but if you can hear that and you can relate with that and you can try to change that, well then that's work. If you form an opinion of like, Steve, you're a fucking arsehole for telling me the truth of what's going on here, then you're not prepared to put work in. For those people that take a negative opinion against what they watch on tarot, they're the people that are not prepared to put work in, right? They're not. Right? Because it's about listening to what is given to you. It's an option. It's a choice. You either keep doing it and you coexist, or you leave. Okay? Up to you. Okay? But if this is X situation, then you're not with this person. You are not with this person. And there's no child support. There's no maintenance. There's no care, love and affection that is coming from these three cards. Okay? That's what I have for you, Gemini. So, not genuine love and affection. This is controlled love and affection, okay? Because like I said, I've always said, Scorpio energies here can be obsessed about children. That is one of their traits that they have. If a Scorpio has children, or a life path 4 has kids, one of Scorpio's traits is obsession about children. They refuse to ever let them go. Now, if you have a very loyal energy through a family situation, and they love the children and the children love that person, then there's a huge codependent energy there. But if you ever form a bad opinion when you have such a strong attachment to an actual child, and you do not get on with them whatsoever, there's a releasing the grip that someone is never prepared to do. Is to let the person have a private, confidential life compared to the other person that will not let them go. This is not spread your wings and fly away. That doesn't happen, no. They won't let the person just be normal. Just, you know, they don't. They suffocate them. They suffocate them. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is. So, you know, I mean, normally, well, I mean, like I said, I know loads of Scorpios. I have Scorpio rising, okay? But like, I know loads of Scorpios, male and female Scorpios, and they are all the same. They all have children, and they are all exactly the same. And every time I've said about it, they're like, yeah, no, you're right. I have like a huge addiction to my children. Like, I am equivalently obsessed about my children. This person is obsessed about kids, okay? So, like I said, if you're fighting that person from an obsession, if you're fighting that person that has an obsession, then you'll probably need a fucking exorcist here to probably ever really get rid of this person, because they ain't going to stop. They ain't going to stop. Okay. So you'll be fighting this person here till the end of time. And I mean till the end of time, you'll be fighting this person here. Whoever this story is relating to. Okay. So one more card, please, for Gemini. From the 21st. Yeah, and it is a burden. It is. It's like I said, it's an uphill struggle trying to compare each other to each other. This is not like a sludfest of like blame. This is just an uphill struggle trying to understand why the person won't let go and why the other person won't have anything to do with the other one. It's an uphill battle. Okay, it's just a constant struggle to be able to comprehend of a sensible conversation that can be through this energy of like, we're just not compatible. We are, you know, it's just straight down to ethics of compatibility of star sign. This is a north and south energy. You are not compatible with this energy, whether it be whoever. Okay, but you're not compatible. So it's going to take moving. It's going to take a lot of work to be able to, one, stay, or two, leave. Okay, if you have left, then you're still fighting the person to get back at them. Don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't try to take this person down to the pits of hell, because they'll take you right down to the pits even further. A Scorpio can take you onto the dark side that you wouldn't even want to bear if you're contacting with them as a soulmate. They will take you down to that deep, darkest pit to show you yourself. They'll hand you your eyes to you, literally, and say, well, I'll show you. If you don't like it, then I'll fucking show you what it's like to be a Scorpio. Okay? So if you get involved with one, and you have for a long time, man, you're still going to be gripped hold of that energy and not letting go, like a vice grip. Okay? So that's what I've got for you. I'm going to leave it slightly short because I've given you a half an hour reading there through a good channeled story, really. Well, we'll see. But yeah, if you want to join, it'll be the full access bundle only. We're going to do some more cards, clarify them, and then we're going to look into how does your partner think and feel about you and about the scenario at hand. If that's split up, divorce, arguing, argumentative, I'll give you that. If that's what they think and what they feel, that's what you're going to get. If it ends up being family or a loving relationship, that's what I'll also tell you. But it'll be a reading for the last week, 21st to the 31st, and then thoughts and feelings projected onto you from your partner. Okay? So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscription, all that sort of stuff. If you want to follow with the full access bundle only, and you can find the link provided below, or a personal reading, all that sort of stuff is in the show more section. Thanks very much, Gemini. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.